Alright, hey everybody, and good Wednesday evening to you. Welcome back to a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. You may have noticed lately my weather blog, which is ericwfmj.com, has gotten a fresh coat of paint. I've actually switched sources for the hosting of that site, and one of the repercussions of that is the email subscription idea that you could utilize on the previous version of my site has gone away. So some people subscribed and got an email anytime I posted something new on my blog site. Now that is not possible at the moment with the new hosting site, although I'm working on some workaround possibilities. So if you're used to getting emails saying, hey, new weather for Weather Geeks or something else posted on my blog, I encourage a little patience, but in the meantime, this video is always posted right around the same time, unless there's busy weather. Each weekday evening that I work, it's usually sometime between 7 and 7:30, and there's many venues you can watch this video on, not only ericwfmj.com, but our station website, the Storm Tracker 21 app, and you can always catch the link on Facebook and Twitter as well. All right, today's weather was absolutely perfect. Absolutely, I mean 100% perfect if you ask me. Not warm enough to, jump in the lake or take a swim or anything, but otherwise, I mean mid-70s with low humidity and wall-to-wall sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. We've only had 4 cooler than average days out of 18 so far in September. I'm expecting nothing but orange boxes the rest of the month. I expect each and every day to be warmer than average through the end of September and probably into at least the first handful of days of October as well. We'll talk about the longer range towards the end of the video. We're about 20 minutes away from sunset, and what a sunset it's going to be. Overlooking Youngstown again, cloudless sky. Dew points are in the mid-40s here locally. It is just absolutely spectacular. When you have dew points this low, not only is the air dry, but the visibility is forever. The air is nice and clean. It is just, just as good as it gets around here, and these are the kind of days we'll be dreaming about coming up in a few months. Look how low the dew points are from Ohio on into New England, and with air this dry and a clear sky overhead, perfect radiational cooling conditions tonight, and especially up into New England. It's going to be the coldest night of the season so far. No surprise, frost advisories, even freeze warnings out for parts of Maine, northern parts of Vermont, and New Hampshire as well. And actually, frost advisories extend down into the Berkshires in parts of Massachusetts. So nothing unusual for this time of the year in that part of the country, but it's just a sign that despite it being a pretty warm pattern, the seasons are changing. Of course, we're still in prime tropical season, and a tropical system has been impacting parts of southeast Texas over the last couple of days with tremendous amounts of rain. This is, several in a row of these kinds of storms that have produced just biblical rains in parts of southeast Texas, including around the Houston and Galveston area. These are just some 48-hour totals, half a foot, even a foot or more worth of rain, pretty common down there. The tropics are very active. Again, not a surprise for this time of the year. This is really the peak of hurricane season in the Atlantic Basin and in the Eastern Pacific as well. Look how many tropical systems there are on the INFARED satellite. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 out here in the Pacific, and several going on out in the Atlantic. Umberto is not a problem for the U.S. Brought some big-time wind to Bermuda earlier on today, but it's getting set to become extra tropical as it heads into the colder waters of the northern Atlantic. This is Jerry out here. We've got a real wave train of tropical systems. It really looks like a mid-September satellite picture when we look at the global view. All right, another Chamber of Commerce day here locally coming up on Thursday. Not a cloud in the sky. I think our model is overdone with the clouds and even tries to spit out a little precipitation in parts of Ohio on Friday. I think that's overdone. I think we are dry throughout the region, and I'm also not buying what the model is trying to sell here on Saturday. Warm front pushing in, trying to spin up a couple of showers. I don't buy this. I think we're going to be dry and still fairly sunny as we kick off the upcoming weekend. All right, high school football Friday evening. The weather absolutely fabulous. It's not exactly hoodie and hot chocolate weather just yet. To kick off temperatures right around 7 p.m. in the middle 70s. Only cooling off into the upper 60s by halftime, and by the end of our games, 63, 64. Could be a lot colder at this time of the year. All right, if you're coming downtown on Saturday for the Blake Shelton concert at Stambaugh Stadium, it's going to feel like midsummer. 7 p.m. temperature, about 80 when Blake hits the stage. Temperature should be at least 70, if not into the lower and middle 70s Saturday evening. And what you see is what you get. This is an impressive looking pattern, I think, for the next couple of weeks. This is very reminiscent of last year. We held on to a very summery pattern last year until about the 10th of October, and I think it's going to be the same thing this year. I think each and every day through the end of September is warmer than average, and early October looks very warm at this point compared to the average. Of course, keep in mind our averages are falling rather quickly at this time of the year, so by early October, a warmer than average day is a 70-degree day. It doesn't sound that warm, right? Well, by early October, that's a pretty warm day. But I don't see any sort of autumnal chill for more than just an isolated day or two coming our way anytime over the next 2, perhaps even 3 weeks. That'll do it tonight. Nice and short with this easy weather pattern. Thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you back here on Thursday.